Hey guys, this is my second time recording this because the first time my computer glitched and it stopped my recording, and I don't believe in editing. Just I want to kick it with you guys like this, like authentic. I don't want to chop it up and you see me glitch and shit. Just maybe I'm a mom. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I am back after 3 days of having to be gathered together by my ancestors and guides because I thought I was dealing with an outside attack, when in fact I was dealing with an internal evolution that I had been repressing because I've been too busy trying to do readings. Now, readings are wonderful. I learned a skill and I was so happy to be able to find a way to finally make the difference that I wanted to in this world. But what I didn't expect was that I'd be so blessed and busy. Um, it's come to my attention now that this is not the most effective way for me to help because one-on-one is not helping the number of people I feel I need to help out of 20,000, but also it makes me tired, really tired, so tired that what's been happening is I've been doing readings like 5 days in a row, but then like, all right, I'm lying, it wasn't five, it was more like 14. Okay, so whatever, 14 days in a row, and I like got drained and started feeling like I was moving through sludge. And I have ADHD, which sometimes causes anxiety or depression, and it's sort of back and forth. But if I don't honor my inner child, I start getting depressed, and then I physically can't move. I am exhausted. I can't get anything done. And then there'll be days I'm up here trying to force myself to finish readings, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, this is not what this job is supposed to feel like. I want to help, but there's got to be another way I can help. So that's when I got into really digging through the soul contract thing you saw me guys working on, and the Akashic records and the stuff that I started posting for, because actually I was being led to what was in my soul contract, which says that I am supposed to be teaching the teachers. I'm supposed to be teaching people who want to take this information that I've been so blessed to have the time to learn, to share with others, to get out there and really make the difference. Because what's happening right now, and what initially made me feel like I was under a spiritual attack, which I mean, we're always under spiritual attack. Don't think any day that he is letting up on you. And by he, I mean the darkness, whatever the dark energy is, whatever you make of it, do not let love and light make you think that there is not something every day that is literally out here trying to stop you from whatever the mission is in your soul contract. Um, but there are so many lost souls. Lost souls are people who died before their time or just didn't understand their death. With coronavirus, there are a lot of those around. They are sort of flooding now. This means that more energy has been given to the underworld, because I'm not even going to call it hell. That's not. It is hell, but it's not like what Christian hell is perceived as. It's there are levels to this. We'll get into that a whole other time. But it is getting more energy to those lower level entities to come up here and start to feed off of us. Say, for instance, there's a large soul or a lower level entity that is a vibrational match for alcohol. That means if you are somebody who drinks, they'll latch into your aura so they can feel the high of drinking, and then they'll also be able to influence the way you think because of what you just took in and what vibration. I want you guys to think of vibrations as something that's added. Say, for instance, because I posted the scale before, anything below 400 is low vibrational. That's grief, sadness, anxiety, all that stuff is a way that they can sort of get into your auric field and start changing the way that you think. Now, when you rise up, because weed is four something. It's probably 420. But either way, weed helps you to reason. That's why it like makes you chill and makes you start relaxing. The ability to reason is where peace starts. I'm always going to be an advocate for cannabis because I know that now. Some people don't even realize most of the time, because of these devices that we have around us, the things we go through, the way this system is set up to make us work all the time. Even as kids, our children have to go to school and sit in front of these computers, preparing them to go to work in the future and sit in front of these computers and sort of waste their lives away. There's no easy way to say it. And based upon what I was blessed to find out this weekend, I can't even really sugarcoat stuff for us anymore. There's not really time. We are fighting a battle that most of us can't see. Your dreams are a reflection of this. Um, with me doing so many readings, I was not fully allowing myself to let the downloads through. Like I was literally just waking up, getting on the computer, just trying to knock stuff out because I really get anxiety when people write me about readings. I hate being behind, but I was getting into the point between super energized getting done and the depression where I couldn't work because of this. But then I scramble people around when somebody who's more aggressive writes me more than the person who's may have booked first but was nice. Like it was just the most my feelings were getting involved with this because it's not just a job to me. This is me really helping people and being a part of your life and helping you get on the path that you've been off. And if you know what you're doing, I'm just here to reaffirm it. But that's not what I was supposed to only be doing. So what I did was I went to my website and I put a limited number of readings so that every month I have a set amount of readings I am taking so I don't go over. Um, I also have every Monday a sign up sheet for 10 by donation readings so that everybody who has a budget can fit in. The minimum is 25, just so I don't have people up there for $1 because I have bills paid, guys. Like there's no way around that. um, and honestly, $25 is still it's just what's been put on my heart to get back to balance things out. So I have my regular readings, I have those, but the main thing I came to do is to teach. And I'm going to keep the Facebook page sort of helpful, more astrology, love and light memes in that. The Instagram I'm going to use to post things like for mind, body, and soul. That's going to be fitness, health, food, things to balance your chakra. That's going to be like my Martha Stewart page where I really get to show you guys like domestic things and how we really include this in our lives. But the Patreon is like my coven. The squad, the secret space. So even because it's fans, which I teach a lot for the fans, or I give a lot of extra info there that I wouldn't put on Facebook typically. That's where the pick a card readings will be. Tarot Tuesday when I go live to talk to you guys, the Q&A threads and that sort of stuff will be there all for the fans, the people who allow me to teach and do what I do and still pay my bills and have that come through seamlessly. And that fan membership is only $10 a month. Now, the Intuitive Academy one is the one where I'm teaching skills. Last month I did channeling. We learned to channel. I taught how to get into the Akashic Records, which is the library of every life your soul has lived, so that you can understand what your bigger mission is, because it's all one big life here as far as immortality. But this part of you, this person you are right now, is one chapter in a series of a soul. So the Akashic Records really have like no end to how much fun you have in there. I totally just went in there yesterday and I didn't have time to read the book because I was trying to figure something out. So what I did was I took the book and I put it inside my heart so that the information would be in there, and I'd wake up the next day and it comes out, because you can plant stuff for yourself. Like, guys, when I first saw Doctor Strange, of all the movies I had ever seen, all the witchcraft and all that shit, when I saw Doctor Strange, I was like, that's it. I don't have to use candles anymore. I use my mind. I use orgasms. I use everything that is energy. Spell work, because that's the thing I want to talk about today. Spell work versus shadow work. Spell work helps you. Spell work is like a blunt. I will put a blunt under spell work. As a matter of fact, I even have a book called High Magic that teaches you how you can use marijuana to further your spiritual journey, because it gets you into a place of neutrality and reason, which is where you need to be in order to even begin to start raising your vibration. So spell work is short term. Spell work works for a couple weeks. Typically for a particular thing you need help with. If you need self-love, it'll give you a boost to start there. Now, shadow work gets to the root of the issue, pulls it up so that you don't have to resolve it. Shadow work fixes your mindset, which changes the way that abundance is done in here, reroutes the way that your brain works. Say, for instance, you were a child who never got to talk. Like your parents always like weren't interested, so you just automatically shut down. When you do shadow work, you'll get to the bottom of it and you realize, oh, that's why I don't talk anymore. And you start talking. This is my personal and you start talking and you realize, wow, the issue why I wasn't doing A, B, C, and D is because I wasn't talking. My whole life, I just literally wanted to make money being myself and helping people. But because I was not talking, I got into a whole bunch of jobs that were not for me. And every time I did them and tried to be something or a different version of myself that I thought was more acceptable for the world, it failed. So this is the truest thing I can do to myself and for other people. I can help using my words and the things I know and teach us all to be like ninja rangers or something, or care bears. Like, there's so much cool stuff going on here amongst all the craziness. And I just really wanted to let you know where I am with this. I want to give you guys an update every week about what's going on energetically, astrologically. I have the podcast, I have the videos, I have the classes. I really feel like everything is there, and I am finally understanding what I'm supposed to be doing. The soul contract thing totally, totally pulled stuff together for me. So expect a lot of great things and great content, because I am moving towards teaching full time and doing readings way less, so I have more time to talk to you guys and be of service in a big way, like I know I am supposed to be now. I've been given the opportunity to work with over 20,000 of you guys, and help to do my part to make us all light and to get out of here because they are really scrambling to keep as many of us here as possible in a low vibration. I'll continue this video on Patreon and explain the trigger version of this week's update. The trigger version of maybe you know what? I'll actually call it the whole shebang storyline, and I will have that on the Patreon for fans and Intuitive Academy members. And I am going to explain without the cute sugarcoating thing that I do to make this whole situation seem less dire, although we all realize it is. I mean, you can go on the news and see enough sad stuff. I don't want you to ever come here and not see me. So, on the whole shebang storyline, I will explain everything I know about what's going on right now, what's coming up next, what we can do, what is our part, and all that good stuff that I would not put on Facebook so the ops can see it, the opponents, I guess, I don't even know what to call it at this time. Getting to that shortly. Thanks, guys.